Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before that, am I was audible while I teaching some kind of the demos?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then good. Okay. Okay. So I will move for the next topic. So the next topic is actually how to make a patent and those things. So before that, I just want to share what is the patent and why we need to do it, and rest of the things I will be sharing to you. Whether my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, good. So first of all, we should understand the industry. I'm just going with some of the introduction slide, and then we can go for the patent process. First of all, the industry 1.0 is like this. Everything can be done by the hand, and full manpower is needed. Still, many of the works are like this. And industry 2.0 is kind of the machineries, and industry 3.0 is the kind of the robotics and automatic industry. And industry 4.0 is about the sensors and robots completely, maybe wire or wireless, but remotely we can work it. So industry 4.0 is a kind of automation, big data, cloud computing, and autonomous IoT and data management. And industry revolution is like this. From 2020 onwards, actually we have started the industry 5.0. But even though we had to do it for the many things, the new era of the industry is actually augmented reality and virtual reality. Tomorrow we are going to see about the some kind of a demo in augmented reality and virtual reality. So for that only you have to bring your own laptop. So that is needed. Just you can see the what is the augmented reality and virtual reality. So tomorrow you are going to see about this kind of the things. I'm just giving a small introduction on it. So this is my demo. In last year, Bangalore, I have done it. So from this Diwali, Flipkart is going to release this kind of the mobile application. You can actually go and grab the things in a 3D mode. So that's my screen there. So the Flipkart is jumps for the metaverse. So for that also we are going to see, and this is my article on the Tamil Hindu metaverse and its future in Tamil. So these are the other areas actually we are focused. So this is about the patent. So patent means we can, if you have a small idea, and that idea may be implementable by using the uh, any kind of the industry. So that can be the uh, possibility of the patent. So there are a lot of, I'm just going through some of the applications which you can just see in a glance, and then we can go for the actual patent process. So this is a 3D printing. You can print anything, for a mobile case cover or a keyboard, anything we can print it. And so the Nike shoes also there was a printed, and AI actually there are a lot of applications, social media, e-commerce, banking and finance sector, and autonomous vehicles, smart home. So these are the different verticals are there. So for AI also you can do any kind of the patent. So even though for industry robotics, you can have the patent. So from the 2027, so this kind of the industry is actually going to emerge. Emerge means it will be maximum the kind of the industries like this only. Internet of Things, augmented reality and virtual reality, 3D printing and industrial robotics. So industry 5.0, you just turn your screen and then you can see that industry 5.0 is about the customization. We can customize any products. So that is the industry 5.0. We should have human centric, sustainable. I mean, it should not pollute the environment and resilience. So we can make it for the again. So Google is one of the pioneer for the industry 5.0, and there are a lot of companies actually they are coming, and you can see this industry 5.0 concept. See, for this kind of the product, no need of buying as a machine cost. There is low maintenance cost and there is a zero installation cost, but you can rent the product and then you can use it. So this is the what you can focus on for your patents. No need of selling, you can just giving for the renting. Okay, for the upcoming future. I think you can enjoy this meme. For the Ponniyin Selvan, I just made it for the meme. Why? Because so there is nothing to worry about the patent filing and all. Okay, it is easy to do it, but there is some kind of the mechanism you need to do it. So I'm just skipping some of the slides because it is not actually one right now. I'll directly go with the patent applications process because there are a lot of things probably we will talk in our question and answer sessions, and right now we'll go for the patent application. So patent means we call it as intellectual property rights. So for example, we have the kind of rights, right? Speech rights and text rights, and we can make any property. That is also one of our rights. So the same way, whether I am connected, just please, I'm just checking whether I am connected with the meet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. Yeah. So this is one of my the application. I mean the journal articles in our Dinatandi article. So I do with the creating awareness of the patent and filing patents and patent consultant. This is my 3 roles. First of all, you should know the difference between invention and discovery. So invention means something very new, but discovery means it's just a knowledge, something we may not be knowing before that, but right now we are knowing. That's called discovery. But invention means it's a very new product or new process, but nowhere in the world has done it so far. I mean, they have seen it. But discovery means we just discover the Amazon forest, we just discover the America. Likewise, it is already there, but we are going and discovering it. So invention means it doesn't require the disclose of the information. For example, if you have a good idea, you should not disclose to anyone else. You just go directly and apply for the patent. So for that, how we have to know, that's we have to go through on it. So you can see this picture. What is the product name? It is in the display. Can you just message the product name in a text box? Shall I see in the text box? The product name, whether it's a TV. So you can, I mean, in the single page itself, I can explain what is about the patent and trademark and design. The patent means an invention on the remote control mechanism can be protected by the patent law, and patent right is the valid for the 20 years from the date of the patent. So it's a simple Sony TV. Okay, before 10 years ago, the Sony TV was famous, but it was the patented. Patented means some kind of a new mechanisms or new kind of the hardware actually implemented in this TV, and trademark is the logo. I mean, the whichever we are using now, Sony, it's a logo. That's for the 10 years valid. So after that, they have to renew it, and then only they can have that logo. And that for the design is, so design means nowadays actually flat TV is coming. So the design also we can do as a design patent. That's about the 15 years of the validate, and this also we can do it. So these are the four things. One is the trade secrets, new innovation, and Coke formula or anything like can be cookable or preparatory, foods. For example, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. So these are the things actually. Whatever the contents inside, that can be trade secrets. And trademarks is something like a logo, and copyrights are actually movies, drawings, and these things. And for patents means products of functionals and all the hardware, whichever we can see, that's called the patents. So you can see up to 2021, there is a dramatically change is there. For example, at the end of 2021, very limited patent because of the COVID, very limited only patent may be filed. So India is very poor on the patent filing because it's a lack of awareness. So you may please, you also can contribute for the patent. How I just telling you. So the corporates only own many patents like Apple, Samsung, and Nokia. Nokia is actually ranked number one patent application in the 5G, patent things, because just now the 5G is launched. There is a number one platform in the 5G. Okay. I need some kind of interaction between this image only. Hope all of you can guess what is this. What this image? Any one of you? TV, sir. Okay, ma. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Lavanya. May I know what is this image? Any wild guess? This image alone? Okay. If there is no guess, okay, also fine. But make sure that you are listening the class. This is another circuit, the same image. This is the actual outside of the image. Okay, so can you guess me how much it cost? The simple it's actually stump, lightning stump. How much it cost? Don't Google it, just guess me. Even though you can switch on your audio and then you can tell how much it may be cost. If you Google also, okay, but I need an answer. I think it should be interactive because there are a lot of things we have to see. How much it cost? தமிழ்ல சொல்லணுமா? எவ்வளவு ரேட் இருக்கும்? இந்த ஸ்டெம்ப் எவ்வளவு ரேட் இருக்கும்? ஆன்சர் பண்றீங்களா? பார்க்கலாமா? More than 10,000. Okay. Good guess. 2,000. CB 1 lakh சொல்லிருக்கீங்களா? Okay. 1 lakh ஒரு தரம் 2 தரம் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாமா? 50,000 rupees. அவங்க 1 lakh போயிட்டாங்க, நீங்க இன்னும் 50,000ல இருக்கீங்க. சாரி மேம். Okay. But 3,000, 3,100. Okay. ஓகேங்க. நிறைய பவித்ரா வந்து வெறும் 1000 ரூபாய்க்கு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. சரி, ஓகே, டன். சரி. A lot of good answers are coming. Actually, the hardware cost and along with this bias, probably 500 rupees. Okay, the hardware and everything, it cost is actually probably 500 rupees. That actual cost. Okay, but if you have the patent, any other guesses? Oh, 15L. villa. Some are telling her 15 lakhs. Can you see now my screen? The stem cost is actually 24 lakhs. Can you believe it? The lightning cost, I'm just Google it, cost of the LED cricket stump. Even you can, even actually I have given the wrong spelling also. Even you can write the right spelling. Cost of the LED cricket stump, STUMP. You can get the answer. So what could be the answer? Yes. It is a 24 lakhs, only one step. If you need another step, because there are two batsmen in the field, they have to buy another 24 lakhs. Can you switch on your mic and then you can speak whether, can you believable this one? நீங்க சொன்னா கரெக்டா இருக்குல்ல சொல்லாதீங்க. Is it possible? Just a stump, 24 lakhs. Whether it possible? Any one of you objection of this? Google தப்பா கட்டுதா? Any answers? Yes, it is the 24 lakhs because it was patented. Hope I am audible. Hope I am audible. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Because it was patented. So if you patent for any kind of the product, you can fix the cost. Somebody you may you can see in the social media, one of the medicine cost about 2 crore rupees. One child want it. So how the cost for the medicine about 2 crore rupees? Yes, because that was a patented cost. So I think some of the people have given the message. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So that may be yes, because of the patent, actually we can make that much cost. So now guess me, which one is the most expensive coffee shop chain in the world? Next question. I'm sorry, I don't want to ask questions for just for interaction only. I'm just prefer to ask question. Okay. Really, I don't want to ask question. If you are really everyone is listening, I'm quite happy. So the name of the coffee shop is Starbucks because of it has the 111 patents. Okay. So the Nobel Prize story, I will give you the Nobel Prize story because in the Second World War, this kind of the Nobel, the Alfred Nobel is one patented product, which is the the TNT, which called the bomb. It was sold by many people. I mean, he has a lot of revenue on that, so that he is giving for the Nobel Prize because from that patented cost, he is giving the prize for the Nobel Prize. So last week also Nobel Prize has announced because his product is that much cost. In the Second World War, every country has bought this kind of the TNT. That's it's a kind of the bomb. They have bought it and they have used it so that he became the billionaire and more than that. So from his cost only, from that cost, now the Nobel Prize is giving. But right now you cannot patent of this kind of the technology because the bomb and all we cannot do any patent. And also traditional knowledge. So traditional knowledge means, for example, we have some kind of tulasi. Tulasi have some kind of the medicinal values, and the other kind of the small things we may know already. So that kind of things we cannot do patent. Okay, first of all I will tell you what are the things we cannot do patent. Then I will tell you how to do it. Okay, then probably whether it is there in our Tirupathur, yet to come, I think. Talapakatti restaurant. So here you can see R. So whether it's a patented or copyright. Any guesses?
It's copyrighted, sir.
Yeah, copyright registry. Very good. Thank you, ma'am. So because this same name we cannot use for any other commercial purpose. I mean, especially in a restaurant, we cannot use the same name. So KATTI, including the font and also the size of the font and color of the font. So everything. So we should not use. I mean, for commercially, we should not use anywhere else. So because of that's a copyright. It's not the patent. Okay. For the corporate benefits, actually, we can have the safeguard of the owner and legal protection, brand value, worldwide production, corporate is asset, and can be owner publicity, economic stability. So, not only the patent, even if we are doing the corporate for the names and brand names, that is also possible. And now we can go for the patent. So, patent means the role of the patent system can be it encouraging of the improvement of the technology and providing the reward as the exclusive rights for the disclosure. Disclosure means if you are a good patenter, you will be getting a rewards, making a profit or earning a royalty through the putting an invention into practice. Simple example, we have seen the stamp. That stamp is actual cost is about 200 rupees, but they are selling about 24 lakhs. So that kind of the thing, if you are finding very good invention, you can do the patent and then you can do in a marketing. You can do the market and then you will be earning like that. And transferring into the public property after expiry of the terms of concession of the patent. See, for example, if a patent is cost is around the time of the period is 20 years only. So after 20 years, for example, this stamp. After 20 years, that will be selling only 200 rupees only. Because that 20 years only, you can enjoy the benefit of the patent. So, how to do the patent? For example, if you have official website for the patent, for the ipiindia.gov.in, you just note down. So, IPI India, that means Intellectual Property of India. So IP means intellectual property, india.gov.in. You can go for the trademarks, patent, e-gateways. E-gateway means for filing everything from the e-filing. So these are the forms actually we can have it. I will tell you what are the forms and how to fill it and everything. So these are the areas are there for the four cities we have the patent office. Main office is actually in Kolkata. Branch office in Mumbai, Chennai and New Delhi. So I used to visit to Chennai because it's near to Gindi. That is for the, we are very much lucky because in Tamil Nadu itself we have a Chennai itself we have an office. But that office is actually for the Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Union Territories of Pondicherry, Lakshadweep as well as the Andhra Pradesh. So this many persons, this many states, they can have to come only for the Chennai for filing the patent. So before filing the patent, whether is there any other people already done it or not? So for that, these are the free search engines, just like a Google. You can note down or make a screenshot. Even though I will share the slide also, maybe after that. But anyway, if you want to note down, you may note down. So free websites are there. This is US PTO and WIPO, that's a World Intellectual Property Organization. And even though Google also having their own search engine called the Google Patent Search, and also Indian Patent Office also we are having it. And the Thomson Corporation and STN, that's for the paid sites, no need of now. So first of all, exactly what the patent searching is, you can, if you have a good idea, you just post in the patent search, and then it will be processed into the multiple times and the multiple, kind of the languages, because many patents are filed by the Chinese and Japanese and Russian, and this kind of the patent also will be there, and it will be cross-checked with all the data whichever are available in the internet as well as the patent offices, and finally it will give the results. No such kind of the invention is so far in the world, and after getting the results, you can go for the patent application. So patent search is actually for the validity search. For example, now actually we are using the RO water. The RO water is the patented technology from the US, one of the people, person from the US. So whatever the single drop of the RO water we are tasting, so you will be getting the money from us. Actually, Up to 2021, it was the patent. From actually it was launched at RO Water found at 2001, and 2011 it was a 10 years completed, and 2021 is a 20 years completed. But still the RO water is costly, but there is a zero cost for the patent because the patent already expired. I mean, 20 years actually already over. So you should not pay for any patent cost. Only the 20 years only needed. But that's a lack of awareness. Still, RO water, kind of the machines are so costly. But it is a kind of it should be reduced below 50%. Because since we are not aware of it, that's what they are making the cost. So, and also for the patentability search and state of the art search and freedom to operate search. I mean, this kind of, just like our Google search, we can do this kind of the searches. So, I mean, normally, if you have files and anything, whichever we are searching it, and based on the content, it will be giving for the relevant document to the specialist. And then finally, our results will be coming. That's based on the NLP model. That's a natural language, unlimited length, that whatever, because it is not a single language. We have a 14 billion pattern in the different languages. Like French and Tamil. Tamil won't be there because normally in India we file is in English only. So patent documents, first of all, I will go for the direct one. Then we will go for the actual one by one. Just a minute. So whether is it patentable or not? For industrial useful components can be patentable. For theoretically interesting components, I mean, if you know the some theorems which we cannot do any kind of the devices, then that is cannot be patentable. And useful intermediates of the proportion of the other components can be patentable. And non-abuse components, that means which is very, very just like a hardware, we can patentable. And a new synthetic process, that means if a new process for the manufacturing, for example, if we want to make a chalk piece, simple chalk piece, so that is also we can do the patentable. And known process for the manufacturing for the new components, for example, if you want to do the food process, which is, for example, the puri is already there. But if you want to do the new kind of the things, then also can be patentable. And improvements in known process also can be patentable. For the method of the treatment, it cannot be patentable. Some queries are there, I think. Okay. Whether am I connectable? Connected, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So when we can file a patent application? See, first of all, filing should be immediate after the invention is developed for commercial working. For first example, if you have a very good idea, so should be immediately can be patentable. Delay in filing may involve a certain risk. So other invention of may come, and publication also may come. So that can be damaged your patent. So first of all, we have to look for the prior art. Prior art means, see, I will be telling you, same thing like our bike registration, right? So if we are buying a new bike, that bike actually we are registering, and while registering they will be giving one number. Sometimes they will be giving a simple number. Sometimes they will be giving a registration number. The same way, whenever we are applying for the patent, they will be giving a registration. I mean the patent number. And from that patent number, we can make it. I mean that is from that actually we are the owner of the patent. So we can buy it. I mean, we can, legally we are making any kind of the, benefits we can getting out of it. So first of all, I will go with my patent, whichever already I have completed, and then I will come with our, this kind of application. There are a lot of things. Yeah, my patent actually what I have made the patent. So my very first patent is actually, it's a IoT speed breaker. Normally, the speed breaker are there in our places, but unfortunately, we are not, I mean, if you are not seeing the speed breaker, we may run away, maybe in a car or bike or even the cycle. But if the speed breaker is already there, and if you are taking alarm, if you are receiving the alarm from the 10 meter, below of this, be ahead of the speed breaker, then we will be getting alert, and then we will be reducing the speed, and then can approach the speed breaker. So this is the simple invention. Actually, it was published, and it was everything is over, and now I am going to release in the market. So for every car, we can fix the device. That's about. Still, I didn't fix the price of it. Maybe the car manufacturer has to buy it. And if the speed breaker is there before 10 meter, then the alarm will be ringing, and it can be reduce the speed, and then the speed breaker, after the passing the speed breaker, the alarm will be off. This is a simple speed breaker. So this is a circuit I'm just because since it was the patented. So see the application time. This is my application number. 2017 it was published. My patent application number is 2017. Now almost 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 years, it's almost over. So another 15 years I can enjoy the benefit. If I sell it right now, another 15 years I can sell any kind of the cost. So I will be getting completely benefit. So this is one of my patent. And another patent is virtual processor. So this is also published in 2020. It was already 2 years old. So I'm not putting any kind of application here. So here actually it's a virtual processor. It's a kind of a humanoid, just a robot. From the robot, actually there is a camera. A display is there. This display is actually whenever the opposite person is there, their emotions will be capturing here, and that emotion, according to the emotion, that will be there, and it will be movable, and the logo can make it. So any kind of the corporate or industry as well as the education institution, they can buy this robot, and instead of us, we can make it. For example, if I want to visit the company, no need of I am going directly. So my robo, instead of this, I can operate this robo, and my face will be here, and then I can visit all the places, and then I will switch off it, and I will be in my place itself, but the robot will be going instead of me. All of you getting it, I think, right? So this is the actual implementation of the robot, because it is just a diagram, and this is the complete implementation of the robot. So I'm the name of the inventor is myself, Dr. Rajkumar. So it was published in 2000. Filing, the filing is actually 2020, and publishing date is actually 1/1/2021. So here 1.5 years are there after the publishing. Now, before going for the other my patents, I will go with what is that, how to do it. Now the patent search is over. For example, if I want to search for the IoT speed breaker, see if I search for the IoT speed breaker, if nothing is coming on that same topic, then I can file the patent. The same way, these are the actually search engines are there, free sites, USPTO. So anything, if you have an idea, you can search here. If nothing is like that, then you can go for the patent. Okay. So here we can discuss later what are some of the inventions are not patentable in India, which is the mathematical or business model, presentation of this information. This PPT cannot be patentable, and literacy, dramatic, musical, because musical and all, because you probably know the controversy between the SBP and Ilayaraja. So it's not actually patent; it's a copyright. So the musical or anything, artwork or anything can be copyrighted. It cannot be patented. And other kind of inventions which we have the traditional knowledge. For example, if you are doing something for some good techniques for the tulasi or anything for sandal or anything, so that cannot be patented because we already know it. What are the qualities of it? So we can directly go for the actual process. So here is the steps. First of all, we have to spend for 3 to 4 weeks of the novelty search, whether this kind of the pattern is already there in the world. That's we have to search for it. And then, 4 to 6 to 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, then we can make the file of the provincial patent application. There is an application, you can approach the patent office. There, they will be giving the form called the, just like our applying for the new passport or applying for the new family card, like that. The same kind of the way we can do it for the patent. So next is 4 to 6 weeks, we can prefer for the provincial patent application. That means what is your innovation, what is that, and how many users can be, and when you are going to finish the complete innovation. And step 3, they will be publishing your patent in a generic domain. Generic domain means they see a journal and they will be publishing it. Because if the same kind of the patent can be done with someone else, they will become an objection, give the objection. No, this is the same kind of the patent I am also having. So he is giving the other type. So after that, the patent office will be go and check the genuinity, and then they will be revoke, or they will be continue to do the same. And yeah, after the 1 to 3 years, that may take some time. And after the 3 to 6 months, from the patent office, they should respond it whether they can issue the patent, or they will be appealing for the some other if some with the changes, or not to give the patent, which is can be opponent. So these are the things are there for the overall procedure. But if you are an entrepreneur, and if you are a female entrepreneur, you will be getting the patent within 1.5 years. But apart from that, if you are an individual, there is no kind of any company behind you, then you have to wait for at least 3.5 years to get the patent. Okay, so after if 20 years, 3.5 years is over, and probably that 17 years you will be getting enjoy the benefit of the patent. So this is one more thing. First of all, idea phase and filing the patent application with complete specification. The first form is 11A, and after that request for the examination with the form 18. First form is 11A. You have to wait for 18 months. Then the request for the examination for the from form 18. That's for the 48 months we have to wait. And then examination, that means they'll be hearing for the patent. They're just asking what is that, whether it is really founded by you, or how many people are contributed. So that like that they will be asking. Then first examination report can be issued. Then if it is everything is fine, it's very new concept and everything can be implemented using in any industry, then that can be given for the patent grant. So if you are getting the grant, then you will be completely enjoy the complete benefit. So these are the patent process. Invent, sell the products in official license, and maybe the business plan you have to prepare, and finally market your idea and examination of the patent application, patent issues, and maintenance fees also there. So this is what the patent look like. So you can see the name of the numbers and date of the issue of the patent, preparing herbal compensation for the treatment of the respiratory disorder with the anti-cancer properties. So this is the kind of the invention. Actually, it is the medical invention. Okay. So for every medicine, there is a patent. So even though if you are do the patent for the foreign also, for example, if you want living, for example, especially the medicines, if you are doing some kind of the medicines for the patent, that can be applicable for the other Asian countries. So that is also needed. But there is a PCT, that's the patent cooperation territory is there. So you can do only one application itself. So it will be covered with every patent cooperation. So if you are doing the patent cooperation, that will be useful for the China, Brazil, Canada, and Germany, Japan, USA, Netherlands, Denmark, France. So these are the countries no need of directly visiting and then doing the patent. Because if you are doing with the PCT application in the patent office itself, that will be directly enabled with all these countries. A lot of things are there for doing a patent. I'm just giving awareness, and if you have any doubt, you can ask now. And now actually we have to do about the Web 3.0. Before that, I just explaining what is the patent was. So for example, especially with the Samsung and Apple, there are a lot of things, similar kind of things they are doing it, but still they are owning their own patent. The touch screen and mobile and the camera and the front camera and maybe the back cameras and how they have fixed it, and especially a design pattern. There are a lot of things actually. There is a war actually between them. But anyway, Galaxy S and iPhone 4 is same kind of the similarity. But finally, they are their own arguments. So this is the major players are there in the patent, which is the Korea and Taiwan and Samsung. These are the different players are there. So I'm just going for the other patent thing, which is the IoT. It's a AI dental chair, which we have done our patent, which the dental chair can be enabled with the AI technology, and that AI technology can be helpful for the doctors to do the treatment. So that's why one of my patent. So upcoming patent also there are many, but I won't tell to you because that's my own patent. So you have to do the patent in a patent office so that I can guide you. So what about yours? So I have written a book called India 2030. In that book, actually, you can see the lot of patent ideas. So you can just go through the book. You just see the Google it India 2030 book Rajkumar, and then you can see lot of ideas are there. So you can do the patent also. Now the discussion, and then I'm just going for Web 3.0 also. Meanwhile, if you have any doubt, please ask me. Is there any doubt? Meanwhile. Any doubt? Yes, Kumar has raised the hand. Any doubt? Please tell me. Ready to answer. Especially the pattern process. Now we'll go one more topic that's called Web 3.0.
Excuse me, sir. Sir? Sir, can you hear me?
I can hear, yeah.
Sir, so if we want to go for patent, no? Whatever the innovations that we find out, whether it can be published in the journals or it cannot be published in the journals, sir?
Actually, patent itself, there is a publication.
Okay.
So
If the innovation is published in the research paper, shall I go for patenting it?
No, it should not go. Actually, patent itself is a publication. So
Okay.
any unpublished work only should we go for the patent.
Okay.
Because if it is published means it is the generic domain, it may come. So that is not actually patentable also.
Okay.
Okay.
So in our computer field, if we propose any method like, is it possible to patent it, sir?
Actually, in the computer field, if you are proposing a method for including the hardware, that is possible. But if it is possible only, if you are proposing only with the system or computer or anything like a mobile, even though mobile app cannot be patentable in India, but outside India, in US can be patentable.
Okay, sir.
As per the Indian law, only the hardware can be patentable, not the software.
Okay. If we want to get copyright to the software, we can go proceed further, right?
Yes. Copyright, for the software, copyright is possible.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So
Thank
I'm
you.
just opening the other slide, which is the industry 3.0. Sorry, Web 3.0. Whether my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the Web 3.0 is the next era of the web. So normally our intention is actually we can go for the whether business or technology. See, actually we have to focus on the business instead of the technology. So this is what the Web 3.0, because whatever the technology, it has to support for the business. So for example, the PHP is there. By using the PHP only, we can create the website for the e-commerce, and from the e-commerce actually supporting for the business. So that way, whatever the business, whatever the technology, it should support for the business. So business must develop and grow with a good and modern marketing strategy. So Web 3.0 is currently argued in Twitter because it's not completely understand and it's not completely defined process. Web 1.0 is the static pages, and Web 2.0 is the social web, which is we are using right now. And Web 3.0 is a decentralized and semantic web, and it can provide the smart experience and a transparent and reliable. So this is the way of Web 3.0, which is the station and links are there, which is the decentralization and distributed. There are a lot of things are there. Especially in the Web 3.0, there are the terms are there, which is it can be combined with the AI, semantic web, 3D graphics, and ubiquity, and also P2P network. See, for example, if we want to communicate, right now I am just communicating for the 80 people and myself. So, for example, if I want to communicate individually also, that is possible by using Web 3.0. And enhanced connectivity is there for Web 3.0. So it can be the decentralization, because nowadays actually we have a centralized server. For example, right now the Google has a centralized server in Malaysia and also the Singapore. From that only we are actually connected. Whatever I am talking now, that is going through the internet, that's going to the Singapore server, and from the Singapore server only it is coming to the Tirupattur. So that's a kind of the centralization, but Web 3.0 is a decentralization. And the semantic means whatever we are speaking, that will be real time, it will be translated in English to Tamil or Tamil to English in real time, not the text or something else later. And blockchain is the Web 3.0. That's a very good technology. It's coming for the P2P connectivity for the banking and also for the cryptocurrencies. And universal, which can be open, global, and always available. That is for the Web 3.0, which is also connected with the metaverse. So these are the various industries. Right now is the Airbnb is the one of the industry is coming. It is connecting between the Web 2.0 and Web 3.0. Bitcoin is already emerged. And Web 3.0 is actually 3D internet. So see the simple diagram. If you have a 3D model or 3D picture, so this kind of the 3D field we can getting it. 2D patches, we can have this kind of 2D patches coming there. So still we are not explored so far. Web 2.0, since we may already used it, but sometimes we may not be used it. But Web 3.0 is actually completely, after 2 years only we are going to use it. So there are a lot of new emerging technologies are there by using all the blockchain technologies. It is useful for the financial services, gaming and sports, media and entertainment, retail, also the technology. So we can design our own avatar, and then just like our profile photo, we can design our own 3D profile appearance, and then we can make the conversation to the outside the world. That's a virtual world. So we have the use the metaverse. For the metaverse, we have different technologies. For shopping, we can do it, the business model, a digital asset, wearable technology, infrastructure. So in metaverse alone, I can take for the 2 hours of the class. But I'm just giving a small name called the metaverse. So these are the layers of the metaverse: infrastructure, human interface, decentralization, spatial computing, creator economy, discovery and experience. So these are the job profiles actually needed. Nowadays, we may not be knowing of this kind of the job profile, especially for the marketing. There is a job profile of 9% of the people going for the marketing. Right now, very, very less people as a marketing are there. Blockchain is very, very new technology, but 7.73% of the marketing need is there for the upcoming job. And security means network security and front-end developer operations and developers about 27% developers needed for upcoming Web 3.0 technologies. So these are the other supporting sectors for the metaverse. So this is about my one of the article about the metaverse. And Walmart is going to launch their product in a metaverse. And Flipkart is also from this Diwali they are going to launch it so that you can get the complete experience. For that actually you can actually getting the experience, then only we can know what is the metaverse. So this is one of the project called the Meta Dubai. Completely 3D world they are creating it by the whole Dubai is created the meta world. And also the ERP and SEM, CRM, and also these are the 5G technologies and artificial intelligence and super brain and robotics. Everything is actually created the same kind of the real world. The same mechanism will be there in the virtual world also. So just finishing with this course, as a young citizen of India, we should be armed with the technology, and we should love for the nation. And yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir. I have an idea.
Yes, ma'am.
Once we publish a patent, we go with the make a product. Can you give any funding agencies, sir, to make a product?
Funding we can available from the many sources. For example, you can approach with the industry, whichever the industry is going to manufacturing it. That is a one way. Otherwise, you can approach your education institution also. And there are a lot of funding opportunity from the government of India, like science and technology. And based on your product, there are a lot of funding opportunities there. You can register for a company, and then as a startup also there are funding opportunities are there.
Okay. Can you specify, sir, where exactly?
Startup India.
Startup India. Okay.
Yeah. Startup India, Tamil Nadu startup also now they are giving 10 lakhs for seed money.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other doubts? So we have to prepare for the Web 3.0 because the marketing is completely not stable. We have a lot of things are there. You have to know the C# language and the Java. You should be expressed in the Java and the 3D. How to create the 3D application? How to create a 3D model? So those things also you need to go through in the future because the job market in after 2 years it will be completely different. Whatever right now here. Because we are completely going for the Web 3.0. Any other feedback or review for today's session? What actually gained the knowledge from today's? Anyone can you tell? Because there is a lot of content, I can assure you. You first of all, I just giving a kind of the new words to you, and you have to do some kind of self study. And tomorrow also I will be available, so you can ask any doubts tomorrow. Even some of the question and answer session, maybe we can make it maybe 7 o'clock also. We can up to 7. We can make it for the QA from 6:30 to 7. Okay. So before that, just refer it whatever I have told for today's and yesterday's, and tomorrow surely you will having a lot of doubts. Is anything to convey or any doubts? Okay, thank you, Umadevi. Still, there are a lot of things we need to discuss. Tomorrow, please utilize the complete your time. So please be available up to 7 o'clock. Surely we can make a good interactive session. Okay. See you. See you then. Anything else to be conveyed? If you have a doubt, please ask me. Yeah, I will be sharing the PPT to your ma'am. Okay. Welcome. Okay. So if there is no other things to discuss, then we can conclude the meeting. And tomorrow we will see them. Okay. See you then. Any other doubts you may ask? Priya Morgan has raised hand. Okay, Agnes sir, we can conclude the session today. Okay. See you then.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.